To begin to understand the type of curriculum offered at Academic Magnet High School and the reasoning behind its selection, it's critical to first examine the environment influenced by the policies of the school. The Magnet School manages an admission process for its incoming freshmen that establishes a homogeneous pool of students, at least in respect to the selected academic indicators. This admission process places a strong emphasis on performance on math and reading scores achieved on the Explore test designed by the ACT to provide indicators reflecting college readiness, as well as scores to aid in high school coursework planning. All students within the Charleston County School District must take this test in October during 8th grade. They are allowed to take it once, a minimum score placing the student in the top 85th percentile in the subject of both math and reading are required in order to be eligible for admission into Academic Magnet High School. In addition, the student must already have completed Algebra 1, as well as providing writing samples, teacher recommendations, and transcript information for further disaggregation of eligible students. This simple policy can be analyzed as having a profound effect on the school's philosophy of education, as well as the environment the students will experience. The perennialist Robert Hutchins believed that a level of maturity is required on the part of the student before difficult subjects can be learned. Academic Magnet High School is reflecting a similar philosophy by using selected indicators to judge academic maturity and readiness for their institution. How will this affect the experienced curriculum for the students? Data could be used to indicate that it changes the ethnic diversity of the students within AMHS, posting a higher percentage of Asian students and a lower percentage of African American students than the state average in South Carolina, along with 80% of the students at AMHS being white. But when viewed from a rational yet emotional perspective of how it influences experience, there are two sides to the coin. The experience of the student who successfully gains admission, well, they can acclimate to an environment of students who have similarly displayed high levels of academic achievement, perhaps comparable to the IB environment in many Indiana public high schools. The majority of the classes for those students are in environments much different than the rest of the school. Depth, high levels of inquiry, student engagement, all characteristics that are prevalent in such environments. On the other side of the coin, what is the impact on the public secondary schools? As magnet schools pluck the highest achieving students from the pool of candidates, the public schools will be viewed as failing at greater levels than before. This brings to surface an ethical dilemma of do no harm to the community and the public you serve. A policy that does not support inclusion and equity is going to widen the educational gap for minority and low-income students. A final consideration should be given to the impact this admissions policy has on the middle school experience for students. With the Explore test being used as high-stakes testing at its core, it would be certain to assume that the Explore test influences much of the curriculum in the core subjects at the middle school level. An essentialist approach that leaves little room for deficiencies to be addressed during the 8th grade year, which is very contradictory to John Dewey's philosophy that is compassionate to the child's experiences and believes it should shape the progression of learning.